I run this space. Hot glue on standby. Better know your place.
Welcome to Snips Happen. Today I am working on a video for Rach and Bella Crafts. Looks like we're a little close, so let's zoom her out just a little bit. And it's my week for Rach and Bella Crafts, if I didn't say that. It is called Scraps and Wraps, and I thought we would, let me grab one of the journals that I'm working on for Rach and Bella. I have two of them going. Scraps and Wraps. So I thought we would make, I was inspired by another crafter with this, and I'm just going to make it my own, of course. I did glue in the projects that I've been working on in this little thing. Rachel actually inspired me with this. This was supposed to be a Zen book, but yeah, it didn't get to where I wanted it to be. So with that being said, we're going to flip it over to the other side and unlock it. This is just me being me, of course, trying to get it to work. Find me a spot where I can put it. Maybe if we take that paper clip off of there, we could get it to go here. So we have a hidden paper clip, and then we have the whale tail here, and then it flips up like this, if you can see in the screen. And then you have a pocket, a pocket with a tag right here, and then it flips like this. And then I just made like a little belly band here, and then this comes out, and you can see the little bunny right there, and then this goes in here. So where we get the wrap and all of that is, I probably should have decorated that side of it, but I did not. You can glue it down like this, and it can flip open like so, and then it flips up like that, or you could put it on here, and then you have your little paper clip that would go here like this, and it would dangle out. Let me get my paper clip open here like that, and then you can just, it is removable. So that's what we're going to make today. And then I would put my paper clip back up here to hold this like so. So if that's something you want to see me make today, stick around. But I'm just going to leave that one clipped in there so we don't lose her. And we're going to put this off to the side. I'm going to just set it back up here for the time being. So I cut some scraps. We have some 6x6s here. These are just pages that I had left over from when I was working on the journal and stuff. And well, both journals actually. So what I want to do is figure out which one I want for the front and which one I want for the back. I think I want this little guy to be my front. So where's my scoreboard? It's right here. I'm going to now find my little score pen. I don't like my scoreboard is not 6, so, but if I score right here, his little eyeball, he's going to be half on one side and half on the other side, but that's okay because he's going in the same project, so it won't really matter. Not to me anyways. If it matters to you, then don't use one where the bunny's half on one side and half on the other. That's all I got to say about that. I might need a bone folder. I might, and I'm not sure if I do or not, but we will see if I need a bone folder. Because this paper does not want to fold properly. If you don't want to use a digital, then you can use 6x6 paper. I'm just using up digitals because they're here on my desk. That's why I'm using a digital. I didn't want it to fold like that. That's why I folded it this way. I didn't want the bumpy roughies. Alright, if you say so. See, we have the bumpy roughies in there, and I don't want the bumpy roughies. All right, you know what? I ain't even going to play with that one. Throw that one off to the side. You want to be you, so we're going to put you over there. So you can be you over there, because I'm not dealing with you at the moment. Wonder if this one will give me bumpy roughies. Let's try it. So, how is everybody doing today? I am doing okay. I can see sunshine today, so that is a plus, because we have not seen that in a while. I thought here for a while I was going to be a duck. Yeah. How about that? Well, that one folded a little bit nicer for me. Yeah, that one definitely folded a little bit nicer. Yep. I'll have my bunny on the inside, which that is okay, because I do want my bunny on the inside. What do we want on the outside, one might ask? Ooh. I might be able to get that one for 3 inches on the outside. And we have a bunny on the outside too. That would be cool, right? Yeah, Tara, that would be cool. Let's see if we can get that one on the outside. I want to say hello to my returners and hello to my new people. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Yes, yes, yes. I am grateful for each and every one of you. Clean up your supplies, Tara. Don't put them away dirty. Nobody comes here to see you have a dirty desk. No, they don't. This collection that I am using is called Spring in Your Step. It is the latest collection from Rach and Bella Crafts. She released it for Easter. You do not have... Oh, Tara, why don't we put it on the right page? You do not have to use it for Easter. I'm just using the pieces that I am using up are Easter pieces, of course. But there is many pages in there that are just like, I would say pattern pages almost, where you like there's gingham and there's polka dots, so it could work for anything. And if it's still on sale, I did not check at the timing of this video, but when I edit it, if it's still on sale, I will definitely leave a note on the screen, and I also will leave it down in the description box so that you do know that it's on sale, so that you can go over and grab it. I also know... I don't want that to wrap. I also know as of the 29th of April, that's the 29th my time, I know that she is a day ahead of us, that the Ultimate Bundle, if you are following along with the Ultimate Bundle collection, that another piece of that is going to be released. I'm pretty excited about that, because I am working on that to have that in my craft space. So I will be working more on that, because I want to get that done. I've made my own pages also to add into that. So there is that's coming from Rach and Bella also. So just keep your... I will do a flip through of that second piece when that comes out, so that you are aware of that. I was pretty excited when she came out with that, because I need something in my life to keep track of the digitals. I have so many of them in my drive that sometimes I actually rebuy digitals, because I think, oh, I don't have that digital. Yes, you do, silly. You do have that digital. You just don't know you have that digital. Yeah. It's a thing. It is a thing. I was just using washi to put the flip piece on there because, yeah, I need to use washi up. And a lot of people don't have a washi cutter. I have a washi cutter because I have it back from my planner days. Yes, I used to be a planner. Who thunk it? This one here, I am going to round my edges because, I don't know, I just like the way that it looks when you round your edges. I didn't ink on these either. You can ink if you want to, if you are an inker. And this one is folded opposite of the other one, so it will go on opposite. I have one that goes to the left. Now I'm going to have one that goes to the right. And then I'm going to get out. You don't have to use the large whale tail. You can use the small. I just like the large one, so I am going to use the large one. Let's put everything back where it goes so you don't have a mess here, Goofy. It doesn't, when I do the pockets and stuff like that, the video that I seen it on, the lady measured everything out from the 6x6s. Who's got time for that? I don't got time for that. So, with that being said, do you want to measure? You measure. Oh, I just had that. Tara, stop. Stop making a mess. So, you can, where's your long folder? Right there. I'm proud of myself where I can find everything today. Because normally I can't find nothing. So this would go right here at the bottom. You could put it like this, but I don't want it to cover my bunny, so I'm going to put it right here. And this is used to flip this piece up. But I don't want it at the bottom this time. I think I want it at the side. You know, like to flip it like this. Yeah, but my paper clip goes here. So what if we put it over here on this side and we flip it like that? I think that would look really cool. What do you think? We're gonna shake her up a little bit this time. So we're gonna use some glue. I'm going to use my Barely Arts glue. I got this little bottle from Scrapbooking with Me because I went to their virtual retreat and it was in the retreat box. And it is refillable, so that's nice. I can refill my Barely Arts. I like this green side, so I think I'm going to put it on this side over here. Yep. If you have the smaller whale tail, you can use the smaller whale tail. If you have the other punches, you can use the other punches. I just like the way the whale tail looks. That's why I use the whale tail. Yep, that's all. Just like that. And then it'll flip up like so. And you have all that journaling space. I'm just going to stick a little glue there. Then you have all this journaling space right here. And then you have this little bunny right here. And then when it flips open, like so, what do we want to put on there? I think what I'm going to do for that is, remember how I tore it down on the other one? I think that is what I'm going to do for this one. I just need a ruler, not a big one, just a little one. Just a little ruler, like so. And then I'm going to take this, like this. I know, I'm using up scraps, but making more scraps. Go figure. But that's okay. What if we took that and put it on top of that, like that? That would look cool. but I'm going to have to ink it a little bit so that it stands out. So I'm going to grab my gathered twigs. I found these, I had them in my drawer here in my desk, and I started using one the other day, and I'm like, oh wow, those are cool. Why did they sit there for so long in my desk? Have you had things like that in your desk and you forgot about them? I grabbed myself a drink. I don't know. My allergies are not playing fair today. The only thing about it is that the little thing on there goes really quickly. But I'm not gonna throw them away when they're gone because, excuse me, I see it on another creator's channel how she uses them to do paint splotches on her pages. So I'm gonna try that and see how that goes. So there is always something that you can do to use items for sure. Sorry that I'm quiet and I'm thinking, because that's what happens when I start inking, is that I get quiet. And I shouldn't get quiet, but I do. Now I'm wondering if I should reach into my lace here and add a little lace to fancy it up a little. What do you think? This piece that I put on the top for the scraps is not gonna be functional. It's just there for decoration. So with that being said, I'm thinking that maybe, all right, let's take this off and work on this little piece right here at the moment. It's pinky, so do I have any? Oh, we do have some blue here. Put this blue on here like this, and let's see how this will look like that. I actually like the way that looks. So we're going to put that on there so it stands out. I just gotta grab the Fabri-Tac. I have glue, like all different glues. I always grab for different glue. I never use the exact same glue. And if I forget to mention the glue that I'm using, just, you know, kick it down in the comments and I'll tell you what I'm using. But I would love to hear in the comments where you're from so that I can get to know everybody, because I would love to know where my friends are from. Yeah. Can you tell me where you're from in the comments? That would be fun. And then I'm going to take this blue and put this blue right here. It's like, it's a blue ribbon. The white that I put down is like a white lace, like a scallop white lace. And I'm just going to layer it. Again, these are all scraps from another project, because the challenge I had was scraps and wraps. So hopefully I did the challenge correctly, because you know, I don't follow the rules very well. Not this day and age. I don't follow the rules. I like to think outside of the box. So if I didn't follow the rules, I'm sorry, but I hope you like the project anyways. If you make this project, can you post it over in the Facebook group, Rach and Bella Crafts, and tag me, because I would love to see your project. I would love to see what you made, because I want to know if I inspired you to make one of your own, you know. because sometimes okay, why are you being feisty? We don't want feisty glue around here. We want workable glue. No, you're going to go in timeout now, Art, or not Art, Bart, or whoever you are. You're going in timeout. And you're not coming out to play for the rest of the day. So now I'm moving over to my PVA glue, which is just a wet glue. Because, you know, Mr. Bart over there wants to be Mr. Grumpy Pants, so he's in timeout for the rest of the day. Does anybody else put their glue in timeout? Oh, I'm the only one? Okay. I thought I would be the only one that put my glue in timeout because it has to be bad. Alright, now we're going to go and make our paper clip. Paper clip is super easy. I just have to find what I want for my paper clip. Let's put this back in here so we don't lose our penny poo. Now this is going to play too. Listen here, glues. I have no time for your bananas today. So we got to have a 3x3 piece. And Tara doesn't... Let's just get our ruler here to do this because I ain't got time for, you know, things playing. We're just going to go 3x3. There's 3. I'm using my mat, using my ruler. We're going to tear this way. Go here. Go here. This is a 3x3 piece. We're going to fold it down like so. We're going to crease it. If you want, you can round your corners. This one's going to be a little bigger than the one that I made before. You can make them whatever your heart's content. Now I need to find where I put my paper clip. Oh, over here. And then you're going to take a paper clip and you're going to put a paper clip right here in the middle. You're going to decide if you want the paper clip to have a little ribbon or whatever on there. And then this piece, you're going to make it 2.5 by 2.5. And then you just do the same thing with this one. You fold it over, you crease it, you make sure that it's smaller than this one so that you can see it like that. I again am going to round my corners because I like my corners rounded. And then for here, so that my piece sticks out, I'm just going to just barely cut a little sliver. See the little sliver there? So when I take this and I go like this, it goes over the top of my paper clip. And then you decide how high you want it to go, like that. Just make sure that it doesn't come out of the bottom of the paper clip. Let's bring me in a little, and maybe a little more. And there you go. You can see what I'm going to do here. Do we want to ink? Do we want to ink around it? No, because we didn't really ink around the others. So then I'm just going to take my Fabri-Tac and go, yeah, that looks like a lot of glue, but we want it to make sure that it holds. And then we're just going to press it down on here, like so. There we go. And my glue is oozing. So I'm just going to grab a paper towel. And we're going to wipe it off. Next time we won't use as much glue on the other side. You just got to make sure that the glue doesn't ooze. Now I feel like Miss E with the paper towel. She always has a paper towel handy. Now I know why. And then on this side, we do the exact same thing. Less glue. Less glue, more love. How about that? Less glue, more love. And then we have our paper clip that will go right here. Well, it's going to go on all of it, like so, to hold all of it closed. If I can manage to work it, because you know, you got to be smarter than the paper clip sometimes. There we go, just like so. Let's back ourselves out a little so that you can see us. And then I'm going to take, I had some scraps here from the lace that I did inside, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right here like this. The other one had seam binding on it. This one I'm just going to put, hold on, I want it even if I can get it even. Probably did not, but I'm going to just do this like this. And we're going to have a little bow here, just like that, on our paper clip. And then you just cut your little flag pieces if you want your little, well, your little flag pieces if you want them. Like that. Move this out of the way. Do you have, what? I have separation here. We don't want separation. And I have glue that don't want to work. Let's see if this one will come out, if this one will work, or this one has to go in punishment too. That one will work, so okay. We don't want it on the thing though. Alright, there we go, we got that. And then I have this little tiny bunny rabbit right here. I'm going to quick like a bunny, fussy cut it. This is a scrap from something I don't even know, from the collection. It might even be from the freebie paper clips that's over on her coffee page. Again, I am working with Rach and Bella's Spring Into Your Step kit that came out at the beginning of April. It is a beautiful collection. There is 4 bundle pieces to the collection. It is available on her website. I will leave it all linked down below so that you can go and get it. This was for scraps and wraps, which was my challenge for the week. And I thought it was cool that I was able to use up some of the scraps from the kit so that I could have it in my little journal that I'm working on. I will show you again how it fits. This was the first one that I made to show you what I was making right here. And now let's find us a page to maybe put this one, if we can. You don't have to put it on a page. You can glue it down if you want. But I don't know if I have a spot to put it. But anyways, no, I can tuck it in right here. I'm going to tuck it. I'm not even going to glue it. I'm just going to tuck it, and that's where it's going to be. But if you like this video and you want to see more of my videos, please make sure you like and subscribe. And I shall see you in the next one. Bye.